Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. How's the can't talk already. That's not a good start. How is the volume, everybody? Let me know down in the chat how the volume is because I rushed this getting set up so quickly and I am worried no one is going to be able to hear me. So let me know if I'm talking to myself or if you can hear me. Thank you for joining, everybody. We have Noodlehead. Why though? Snooze 404. My underwater Mew. Pokemon number 151. Ever E, Jakey Man, Night Owl. Xbox Player 999. Spain Bestic. I love that name every time. Ever E. Cajoling Chimp. How's the mic? Volume's good. It's good. The sound lives. JJ Mark in the house. JJ Mark, I am very excited to hear what you have to say because you're a goddamn genius. Goddamn genius. All right, let me get my screen up the way I want because I think you guys got the double view right now. But thank you all for coming. The man, the legend, the cheese pug. The man, the legend, the cheese pug. Was someone spicy? Lilypad, I know you were in here. I know there were a couple people in this chat for a while. I think Champlain Valley Rail Snapshots, you were in here as well for a while. You guys were having a good old conversation, Mr. Cruiser Bass, Mr. Cruiser Base, Dino Dragon Games. Guys, while we're getting set up here, what a day. What a day. I was overly hyped. I literally, at one point, once F8 almost ended, I literally had a hangover. I felt like I had a hangover from the hype because I just had enough of it, and I was actually just had like a headache. How did you guys do today? Was I the only one that's stupidly hyped? Am I that stupid? How did you guys all feel about today before we get into what this stream will be about? I'm very excited to see what you guys... Underwater Mew. Eric, did you get it? If so, which model? Alright, here's the deal. I didn't get it, no. I did not get a quest. This guy does not get a lot of free shit. That's okay. Oh, free poop. Family-friendly stream. I did not get one. That's okay, though. Maybe one day I will be up there and be able to get something like cool like that ahead of time. But congratulations to all the people who got it. I'm glad some of them got it. I'll be definitely looking forward to some reviews from like Mike at Virtual Reality Oasis. Tyriel Wood, I don't know if you got one, but I hope you did. Nathy. I'll be watching your guys' streams when you review them, so I'm very excited to see that. So I'm happy for those who got it. I am bummed I didn't, but it is pre-ordered. Did you guys pre-order yours? I'm curious about that. Lilypad, I'll see you shortly, alright? JJ Mark, you know me, I was expecting the later release, so I was hyped, but not like OC4 hyped. Yeah, JJ, you got the brains in this operation. You got the brains in my operation. I'll be the muscle, you be the brains, although you might be jacked, so I don't know, but you the brains, JJ. Thank you, Tropical Fruit Troll. I think I did, but you know what? It's a process. Now I get to enjoy the hype of pre-ordering mine with everybody and getting it at the same time and having that same experience with everyone else as they open it up. So I'm really pumped. There's a lot of positives to this. I'm excited to get into it. Planning on pre-ordering. Jakey Man, my dad was out of town. He surprised me with a pre-order. That's awesome. That is awesome. Nuna Luna, you pre-order. That is cool. That is cool. I'm glad to see everyone's pre-ordering it. So real quick, and I'm going to try to keep up with this chat. Basically what I want to do in this stream today is go over some of the news that came out. Kind of not specific news. We all know the Quest got released, but like specific news on gigabyte size of games to help you with that 64 versus 128 gig. Let's go over an actual review of the Quest. See what people are saying. I haven't read any, so this will be the first one I've read. Valve Index today did go up for pre-order. Level over 9,000 troll level on the exact timing of when they did it. Like, what, 10, 20 minutes, an hour before F8. So we got some stuff to talk about the index and just answer questions. But there are some specific things I want to go over to make this stream a little bit more just fluid, basically. But I will try to keep up with the chat the best I can. Sir Desh in the chat. Stubborn Ninja. I see a lot of what size did you guys get? I see a couple 128s in here. I have a feeling mostly 64 gigs were probably ordered. But let me know down. I'm kind of curious to see what everyone got. You and me should both start a GoFundMe. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for my index fund because that thing is going to put me in the poorhouse. That is one expensive headset. So I'm going to keep this up on the screen for a second as soon as I see how big it is for you guys. But what else is going on? So they ship on the 21st, but when will they be on sale in stores? They should be on sale in stores on the 21st, at least in the U.S. They should be on sale on the 21st in the U.S., I do not know what it's going to be like overseas, but US should be there. Oh, I see another 128, couple 128s. So if you haven't pre-ordered yet and you're curious about the 64 versus 128 gigabyte, the next page I go on, that should help you quite a bit. 128 overkill for movies. Eric, when they say it's shipping the 21st, does that mean it'll arrive then or the 23rd? Are there any other options besides that because I want to get it ASAP? So Zach, it depends on where you pre-order it, but with pre-ordering it, it's likely Amazon has done it in the past where you could get it the exact same day, which is the 21st. Sometimes they could be a couple days later. There's no guarantee. In my experience, if you want the most guarantee of pre-ordering it and getting it on the 21st, Best Buy is going to be your option. That's where I pre-ordered mine from. I pre-ordered it on Amazon for in-store pickup. It should be on the 21st. Now, things can change, but in my experience, Best Buy is the best place to get that day one release. That's just my experience. Summer Ninja, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping I don't miss anyone who's subscribed, but I'll try to stay up on that. Nathan, didn't Oculus say a while back that the Quest wouldn't be available for pre-orders? They were very vague. Everything they did was vague, but jumping right into this, guys, because I don't want to ramble for too long. This is so far, the reviews that have come in, that's about what I expected. Actually, it's kind of better. I'm going to be honest. It's pretty damn good. I don't care for The Verge, so we're going to ignore Verge. Because I can pick and choose to my heart's content. But I love Tom's Hardware, Tom's Guide, PC World, even IGN, who IGN is notorious for hating on VR. Give it a 9.5, CNET an 8, Wired a 9. You know, these are good reviews. What would you guys, just from what you've seen and heard, what did you expect it to be? Did you expect it to be the 8s, the 9s, the 10s? I mean, one person gave it a 10, or did you expect it to be more middle? I'm kind of curious on what you guys thought. Well, I pre-ordered it, so probably we'll get it. 21st or 23rd will be a lot of pre-orders. Yeah, JJ, I think you're right. I think it did say it wouldn't be available for pre-order at the time. They're always good with those little words. Those little words, they're always good. And a nuke. XX, let's stay positive with this extra delay. Exactly. We have all waited for a long time. Here's a quick note. 8. I see some 8s in the... I'm kind of curious. 8. I think 8 was kind of where I was thinking in my head. I agree with that. Yep, I think 8 was probably a fair thing. Quick note on this whole hype thing. All right, so before I get into the file sizes and the reviews, so today was my first experience in my life of like kind of adult gaming or just gaming where I'm all there, not just a kid playing, what I can. It's the first time I was ever part of something starting like this. This is a big start. This is a first generation, still in VR, and first generation of semi-wireless VR gaming. And in the Discord, it felt like a bunch of family members just like super anticipating something big. On Twitter, everyone was super excited. There were Best Buy warriors. I went myself to see if there were some pre-orders available. I mean, it was amazing. So how did you guys feel today? Because this was probably one of the greatest, most fun, awesomest, I'm going to keep making up words, just experiences on how much hype there was and how positive people were being and helping each other to give the little facts as they could, the leaks as they could. It was amazing. Adult gaming, you say, Doug. Adult gaming. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Thank you, Juju. I appreciate that. You're an OG to me, too. I want to know more about the Oculus Quest home screen themes. That'd be cool. I do want to hear about that, too. Hopefully the people who have it already can tell us a little bit. I don't know if there's an NDA on anything or if it's open fully now. Why, though? I'll see you. JJ Mark, the Discord was great. Was there all afternoon. Seriously, guys. I had so much fun in the Discord today because people were just hyped. They were excited, but positive. All the energy was positive. And that's what I like about the Quest. It's brought a lot of people together. If you guys want to see the install file size, so this might be super bright, so I'm hoping you guys can read this. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Alright, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to kind of wait for my screen to update. So excited I skipped school to watch the stream. No, Nuna. School is important. School is important. You need to learn. Or else you act like a dummy like me. Toxic Tyler, 2 days in a row streaming. There's just too much info, but I will not be streaming tomorrow. We're going to go back to some normal videos for Thursday and Friday. And a special video Friday for an unboxing of a product that's coming out that I think everyone might be a little interested in. So I'm excited for that. Oculus Quest is $800 in Australia. Daniel, is that serious? It is 64 gigabytes or 128? Because if it's 64 gigabytes, that much money. Holy crap. Wow. That is nuts. But anyway, guys, so if you were still curious on if you haven't pre-ordered, or even if you pre-ordered, you can change it still. Going 64, 128 gigabytes. Here are all the games confirmed at launch, I believe, with sizes. So you got Angry Birds, 230 megabytes, Apex Construct 1.3, Ballista is 1.9 gigs, Dance Central, which is probably going to be pretty much a full game, is 2.6 gigabytes, Face Your Fears 2.2. I'm going over some of the bigger ones. But you see, I mean, Journey of the Gods, not even a gigabyte. I Expect You to Die, not even a gigabyte. Super Hot 1.8. That is the demo version, so it could be bigger than that. Space Pirate Trainer, which I think is going to be pretty big, is 1.4. Basically, you can see here, if this is the general sizes of games, like where 2 gigabytes is kind of the top of the line, 64 gigabytes is going to be good for most people. So if this helps you, if you didn't know this, go change it. I don't think you need the 128 gigabyte yet, unless you're just going to be going balls to the wall enthusiast like I am. Let me keep up with the chat here, guys. 800 in Australia. So what is the index? $1 million? Yeah. Wow, $800? So for Daniel, 64 gigabytes is 650 in Australia, and 120 gigabytes is 800. That is a lot of money. Wow. Toxic Tyler, is there a ballpark that a save in a game will take up? The saves, I don't have a ballpark. I'm going to see if it's in here, but if I gave you my honest, educated guess, minimal. You're talking very small megabytes, KBs. I mean, it's super tiny. I don't think the saves are going to take up a tremendous amount of room. And actually, if you go through these, Beat Saber, there's really not much save data on that. Dead and Buried, that's online. I can't imagine there's much of a save file. Face Your Fears, too. Can't imagine much of a save file. I Expect You to Die. Multiplayer. The Super Hot. The save files is really not much to save other than your checkpoint in the game. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Just saved up the money for the Oculus Quest. Do you think it was worth it? Christian, yes I do. You're talking to a VR channel, a VR fanboy. I'm not going to give you unbiased opinion though, but I think it's 100% worth it. I think you're going to love it. Now, don't go broke in other areas of your life if you can't afford it. Don't go broke on it. But if you can afford it, great purchase. I think you did a good job. Index is way too much. We're going to be talking about that after this stuff. What is it? If the 128 gigabyte was only like $50 more, I would go for it. Yeah, the $100 really can be quite a bit. Okay, so I see a couple of Nostos comments. Here's my Nostos debrief. I'm gonna get it, 100%, because I want to experience it, and I want to be an early adopter on that. And I want to see what it's about. They are promising a lot. So is it going to be able to deliver on the hype? Highly unlikely. Just there's too much hype. It's hard to deliver. But I'm going to go into it with an open mind, see what it's about. If you want to wait on it, I will give you my first impressions as soon as I get my hands on it. So Nostos, hear me out. If you let me play it, oh my boy, I will tell everyone. So keep an update. I think it is delayed again too. Frederick, yep, it's still. I saw that too. Fuzzy Puppet, do you think really see a Half-Life game? I think there will be some version of Half-Life. If you've seen Boneworks, it basically looks like Half-Life. I mean, everything about Boneworks is very Half-Life-ish. But there are 3 Valve games in development. There's a Half-Life game, a Portal game, and a Left 4 Dead game. What they're going to be, I don't know, but those 3 games are in development. I have a window in my room which the sun shines through. I'm worried the sun will break the sensors. What do you think? Help, please. Nuna, I don't think it's that bad. Just don't let the rays hit the lenses directly. If you can, close the blinds or put a towel over it. Closing blinds will probably be more than enough. You don't need to worry that hard about it. Drawn Red. Thank you, Drawn Red. First of all, thanks for being on the stream. But have you heard of Mammoth grips? It might turn the Quest controllers into something Valve Knuckles like, meaning you can let go of the controller safely. No, I have not. Let's look that up. I'm kind of curious. Mammoth grips. What is this? Touch control, way too small for your hands. Are they slipping away from your sweaty palms? Do you make press random buttons? Okay, so they're basically grips. Okay, so they're basically grips. Way off subject. Does Steam still have Team Fortress 2? I think so. I think it still has it in VR. I'm pretty sure that's still up there. But yeah, if you can put the blinds, that's good. I do want to get into this. So this is going to be the bulk of the stream. We'll take our time going through it. But Oculus Quest review. Facebook standalone savior mostly keeps its promises. This is uploadvr.com by Jamie Feltham. This came out today. This is their review. I have not read it, so I'm kind of interested to see what is going on in their mind. The challenging theory. I've never used a VR headset. What is it like? Just wondering. The challenging theory. You have asked the $1,000,000 question. The problem with VR is it has to be experienced. There is absolutely no way for me to explain to you what it's like if you've never played it because there's no reference point. What I can tell you is it's something that your brain will adapt to quick, but when you're using it for the first time, it's atypical. Your body's going to feel a little weird because things are moving where you're standing still and you're not used to this. You're not used to the immersive capabilities. It's pretty jaw-dropping. I recommend for the people for the first time that you get into VR, just play around in like home screens and go easy. You don't have to jump right into the game. Enjoy yourself. Just feel your VR legs out. Have a good time. You don't need to jump right into it at any point. Go to Best Buy demo booth. I am looking for some Best Buy demo booths. All right, let's see. I'm not going to read this word for word. I just want to go over the main bullet points. JJ Mark, oh yeah, I believe Mammoth still needs to confirm whether or not they'll work with the new touch design. I did hear one problem with the controllers. Nathy is the one who I heard this from, to give him credit. He was saying that when you really get going and you start getting a little sweaty, the battery casing, it tends to slip off. So that is a potential problem, and I'm curious to see how that works. I'm very curious to see if I have that problem. Excuse me. Underwater Mew, are there any lens covers requests? I'm very paranoid about the lens and sunlight thing. I don't know. I do not know. That there was a case that's getting leaked or is out. I think it's $40 for the case, so that should help. I don't know if there's any specific lens covers, though. Angel Life Vlogs, what's a great starter game? I'm going to give you 5 starter games. Maybe more. I'll give you all the starter games I can think. So free, VR Chat, Rec Room, Poker Stars. All 3 of those games are a blast, and all 3 of those games are absolutely free, so you don't have to spend any money to get a starter game. If you'd like to spend some money, can't go wrong with Beat Saber, can't go wrong with Super Hot, Robo Recall, Vader Immortal. I know that hasn't been tested yet, read the reviews, but it is a flagship Oculus game. I have a feeling they put a lot of money into it, so there's a good amount of games you can start with. Are there any videos showing what the Quest software and setup look like? There are green lighting. There is actually a leak for the setup video. It's really quick. It's more or less a teaser of it, but it looks very simple. You just need a mobile phone. Hey, I don't want to spend $40 on a holder for Quest, and I also don't want to use a big box. What do I use? A shoe box? Here's the problem. The case is $40, I know, and I know that can be a lot. It's a very expensive piece of equipment. Like my Vive, like it's taken a beating. This has fallen on the ground. This has hit walls, and it's good. I haven't broken anything on it yet. But there are times where I was very concerned that I thought I broke it. And I've stepped on it once. That was bad. So I've learned very quickly that once you get, this is a good toy. At the beginning you're like, oh yeah, this is gold. I got to take care of it. It's my baby. But just like if you own a vehicle, you say that when you get your brand new car, and then slowly you get used to this, and the safety aspect or the care aspect kind of goes down the drain. You make mistakes. So I've done that with the Vive, and I've gotten lucky that I haven't made the mistake that's broken it. But I highly recommend get the case. Get the case and get a warranty. Get the case, get the warranty. I can't stress the warranty enough. Get the warranty. Golden Holden, my parents don't understand VR. They think it's all the same. I have a PSVR and I have enough money for Quest. How can I make them understand? You get them to play it. Have they played it yet? If you get them to play it, it usually changes some minds. Get them to play it. Could someone give me here? Let me get the link for you. I can probably find it. Or I don't want to get out of the screen. Uh-oh. Maybe not. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. If someone can get the link, that would help me out. Oh, there it is right there. There's the case for you guys. Let's go on Best Buy site. Just type in Best Buy Oculus Quest case. That'll help you out. Noodlehead, I have not played the Climb, so I do not know. I don't know about that. Luke Bennett, if you're worried about $40 when you're already spending $400 to $500 on the Quest, then spend another $1 to buy yourself. Oh, you're not wrong. You're just blunt. He's not wrong though. Spend the money on the case and the warranty. It's worth every dollar, trust me, because if it breaks, you're done. So let's go over the diligent design. I'm not going to read this word for word, though. I want to read this down here. So it looks like the Quest weighs in about 580 grams compared to the Rift's 470, so it's not that much heavier. Having spent extensive time with both, though, I couldn't really notice the difference. If anything, the padded lining faceplate on Quest makes it more comfortable to wear. So this sounds good because you want this to be comfortable. You're more likely to use it walking around. There are some nice additions to the design too. The head strap, for example, expands and retracts from the hinges, giving you room to pull it on and then have it fit on your head without adjusting so that you can do more flipping, basically. That said, the tough rubber strap can dig into the back of your head over time, similar to how the top of your head can hurt when wearing headphones. It took a fair fit of fiddling to find the perfect balance. So it's a little heavier, but it sounds like the design and the fit's going to be a non-issue. And I kind of believe that. Eric, how long will you stream for? Can you type it in chat? I don't have the chat open. I'm going to be streaming for probably another, however long you guys have me. 30 or 40, 45, 50 minutes max, probably. Bro, the warranty is separate. Are you sure? So I think Oculus gives a type of warranty. I need to read into it 100% on what it covers. But an extended warranty that covers everything, you're probably going to want. You'd be very surprised once you start, like me, getting used to having VR around. If this is your first VR, you're going to treat it like a baby. But just like everyone else, eventually you get used to this and you start making mistakes. I highly advise whatever the best warranty you can get for this, go for it, because replacing it is not fun. Is not fun. What's up, Gamertag VR? Welcome. If you haven't checked out Gamertag VR, he's also another VR creator. Awesome guy. Give him a check. If you buy warranties from where you buy it, they're usually extended warranties only. Oculus will cover their products for a year. So there you go. So if you can buy for longer, I recommend it because these things are going to get a lot of use. And don't forget, this is probably the last generation of headsets from Facebook for quite a while. So this thing needs to last. Specs and stuff. On paper, Quest is about in line with what you expect from a mobile VR headset. It's 1440 x 1600 per eye. With the gaps between pixels still clearly visible once you've acclimated. So what that means is when it says you can clearly see the pixels, it usually is a semi-screen door effect where you kind of looks like you're looking through basically a screen door. Different varying degrees of people who are sensitive to it. I am fairly not sensitive to it, so I can tend to just look past it very easily. I think I got a third-party case that's cheaper for $40, but you can buy 2 nice games for that. That is true. Christian Smith says the US, the warranty is $70 or $80. Jakey, man, I'm going to be a VR creator when I get the Quest. I hope more people do. I'm all for more VR creators because it is a awesome, small, tight-knit community. Audio, meanwhile, adopts the same excellent design from 2008 Oculus Go. There's a pair of built-in speakers that allow you to play at a volume that suits you, but also hear what's going on in the world around you. I'm not a fan of the speakers outside. I like them on top of my ear, not in them. I don't want earbuds, which may be the only option, but I would prefer to have them over the ears. That's just my personal preference. Gandalf the Weird is in the house, and he's saving up. If everyone doesn't know Gandalf the Weird, he is saving up money to lose to me in Poker Stars. He said that, not me. He said that. Owl, I'm a god. I have never seen screen door unless looking at my phone. Night Owl, I am jealous because the more I play with my Vive, the more I notice the screen door effect. But that's just me. Mama Frimp in the house. She's an OG. Everyone say hi to Mama Frimp. Champlain Valley Real Snapshots. Hey Eric, thanks for being so awesome. All your great coverage. I really appreciate how good you are interacting with your audience. Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. Literally, I'd say 10% of this is for the channel, the stream, and like 90% of it's just because it's fun. I like talking with you guys. This stream is all for you. If I'm on a topic you guys don't want to hear about, if I start rambling, yell at me like you've never yelled before, and we'll move on. A 3-hour battery life might not sound too impressive for Quest, but in practice, I found this accommodated the headset pretty well. Many of VR's best games simply aren't designed for 3 hours of straight play. Huge point here, and I will get to the chat in just 1 second, but I want to make this point with the battery life. I've been playing VR for a while. I have played long sessions. I have played longer sessions than 3 hours for sure. But they're few and far between because anyone who plays PlayStation, Xbox, anyone who's playing console stuff, you can go forever. I used to go forever, binges. With VR, you tend, at least in my experience, although I can play forever, I tend to hit a limit at one point. Not because I feel sick or anything. I'm just over it. the sensory experience, everything, my body calms down from it, and I just kind of need to take a break. So 3 hours doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot of these games, 3 hours of it is going to be a large enough experience where you're not going to mind too much. That's just my experience. Getting off the weird, loan me $100 and I'll mop the floor with you on poker. Earn your money, buddy. Earn your money so I can take it away from you fair and square. But why would I want to give you the money to steal it back? That's my money to start with. I wouldn't be winning. I want to win your money. You can play with charging. I don't know how that might work with like Poker Stars games, things like that, but anything that you're using the 6 degrees of freedom on is going to be a little bit harder to do. Oh, Mama Frim, you've been here? I'm sorry I missed you. I should have said hi earlier. That's my bad. So inside-out tracking, that's a big thing. So inside-out tracking is the future of VR. As much as people want to say it's the towers, some enthusiasts, I'm an enthusiast, and I do like my towers. I don't have a problem with them. But inside-out tracking is the future where it's going to be going. So this is a good thing. Luke Bennett, I'm impressed the Quest can last 3 hours. Better, yeah. I didn't know the 2 hour speculation was out there. I thought it was like 3 to 4 was the kind of this consensus. But yeah, 2 would have been too little. 3 is perfect. 3 to 4 is perfect. Yeah, 10-foot charging cable is no joke, but Quest makes a good case for the Switch. The vast majority of the time, you'd be hard-pressed to find a difference. Pretty much all of the content I've played on the Quest so far, about 6 different games, have been perfectly compatible with the Quest. In Beat Saber, I slashed my way through Expert on Escape without being able to tell the difference. In Space Pirate Trainer, I shot for the same high scores with as much success as I had anywhere else. Even in Super Hot VR, I was able to slowly navigate a spray bullet. So it seems like the tracking, at least the inside-out tracking, is good. They said, as mentioned up top, I played a near 3 hour session inside the headset with 6 noticeable blips. That's not that bad. Guys, even with this, and my tracker set up perfectly, I noticed blips. Like, blips happen. It's just natural. So to say they played for 3 hours and only had 6 blips for an emerging technology, that's good. There's no problems there. Could a battery bank work strapped to your side? It possibly could. I don't see why it couldn't. It's just going to, I don't know if the battery bank gets hot or it's heavy, but no, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. But again, I don't want to mispronounce your name. Kilthunox? I do agree with Kilthunox. It is a little bit more risky to be playing while charging. There's a lot of power going on. I wouldn't recommend it ideally. Getting off the weird, have you, like other YouTubers, got a Quest for free to check out and talk about? Nope. I ain't bitter. No, I'm joking. I didn't get one, though. But I'm very happy for all those who did. Nathy, Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis, I will be watching your reviews as they come. I hope to get some good information from them so I can relay it to you guys if you don't know about it or enjoy it myself. But no, I did not get a Quest. Maybe one day I'll be in that loop. I'll take anything. You guys want to send me a koozie? I'll take a koozie, Oculus. I need a koozie right now. Alex Valerio, have I ever gotten motion sick? Yes and no. So, I've never, from the start of playing VR, I've never really gotten sick. I've never felt sickness. For some reason, I played Rec Room one time, and that made me feel a little nauseous. I don't know why. Maybe it was just a bad day for me. And also, there are some flying games that I tend to get a little dizzy, especially in the VR chat flying. They just don't work at all. But generally speaking, start low, work your way high, you'll be fine. You can really get your VR legs quickly. Nuna Luna, I'm partially deaf and I wear hearing aids so I can't use headphones or earbuds, and I'm worried that I won't be able to hear the integrated strap speakers. So watching Tyrell Wood, Nathy, all of them at, I think it was Oculus Connect or OC5, whatever it was. Or no, it was PAX East. Yeah, at PAX East when they were all playing with the Quest. They were in a busy place, and they said they could hear this, the sound was low sometimes because of the noise, but they could still hear things. So if they can hear it with all that going on around them, I think it's going to be loud enough. I really do. Night Owl, I got sick when playing Marvel Powers. Yeah, I could see that happen. Has anyone else who's been playing VR already, do you guys get motion sick? What was your experience the first time that you got into it? I'm kind of curious to hear some first-hand experiences. I really would. All right, do we get into the bad news here? So it looks like there is some negatives. I don't know what this is, but let's see. Putting the tracking through stress testing does reveal its flaws, though as the video above reveals, Quest cameras can't track behind you, so if you're reaching around your back, the headset won't know where your hands are. So it looks like there is a little bit of tracking issues. I'm going to turn the sound off for this, but we can watch it if you guys want. OC6, you see us getting a project tease. That'd be nice. I would love to be able to go to OC6. You guys want to watch this video real quick? I'm going to pull this up. Let's make a big screen. So this is the tracking for the Oculus Quest right now. So you can see we're looking good. Everything's working pretty well there. It's about par for standard. So he's going nice and slow though. You're going to be going much quicker in game. And there's your problem right there. It's not picking it up. So it looks like there are some problems. Alright, fast. That's good. Fast. That's not bad. Okay. This guy's doing a good job testing all the angles. I'm glad to see a video like this where someone's actually done this. That's not bad for going behind your head. That's not bad at all. How long is this video? Okay, so we'll watch the entire video. There's only about 30 seconds more. Doug Areal, I didn't get motion sick. I got like strange, scary after effects. Like my hands didn't feel real and stuff looked like it was in VR. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of weird. Scary, but cool. Arizona Sunshine is not confirmed on the Quest yet, but I think it might be a while. I think it might be a while. So yeah, the tracking's not terrible, but you could see a couple times he did lose tracking. I've heard Gandalf the Weird. I've heard the developers have been really good making compromise with the graphic downgrade in the Quest, and a lot of people don't notice the difference. So here's the thing with the graphics, guys. I think you're going to notice the first time you play because you're going to turn on the headset and look around and you're going to be staying still. I think you're going to notice. You're going to notice the graphics are probably not what you expected. But the second you start playing and you start using VR mechanics, I think you're going to forget about it. There's more important things. Graphics aren't everything, guys. And the graphics are looking pretty damn good, too. That Apex Construct video, yeah, the graphics were dumbed down a little bit, but it looked good. It really looked better than I thought it was going to be. Cajoling Chimp, I got mine. You got yours pre-ordered? And I'm finding that the most will ship on the release date and will arrive on the 23rd. Cajoling Chimp in the house. I'm so excited, buddy, for you to get VR. I want to see you in there. I'm super, super happy to see that you got VR. Chunky Head 00, coming from the PSVR, I think the tracking is way, way better. I have heard a lot of good things about the Quest compared to the PSVR. Nothing wrong with the PSVR, but I do agree I think the Quest will be better. These troubles, talking about the tracking issues, these troubles can manifest themselves in some games. In Journey to the Gods, I had issues reaching up to the skies to snatch a bolt of lightning, for example. The controls also struggle with getting up close to the headset, starting to jitter. Creed Rise to Glory works well when punching, but holding my hands up to my face to defend myself saw my gloves drift slightly. I even jumped into my Quest early one morning and wondered why I couldn't get the tracking to work. I took the headset off and found myself bathed in a ray of warm sunshine concentrated through my window. So here's a question I brought up earlier. If I turned my back on it, the headset worked fine, but I had to wait until the sun had passed. So it looks like the sun can have a little bit of an effect, but that's to be expected. Let me catch up on the chat here. Jordan Leva. Wait, Leva? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but you got yours pre-ordered too. More Quest fam. Woo! Quest fam. Gonna be here on the 21st. Same here, boy. Same here. From what I was seeing a lot in the games was that particle effects were the biggest noticeable downgrade, while poly counts and textures are definitely going to be lowered as well, aren't as noticed. Yeah, the texture, if you're moving around and you're playing, the texture I can see just not being very... What's going on here? Why are we getting messages retracted? I don't know what you guys did, but I trust you both. I don't think you said anything. I think YouTube's just being a jerk. Oliver Carson pre-ordered. Yes! Minecraft VR for the Quest would be perfect. That would be perfect. I really hope it comes. I really hope it comes. In a VR shooting game, is it possible to aim through a weapon's iron sight? All right, Alex. I love that question because shooting VR games are one of my favorite. Huge Space Junkies fan, Standout, Pavlov. I like shooting games. You can use the iron sights. Without a stock, here, let me grab this. If you don't use a stock, it can be a little hard. I got this thing. I got the Pro Tube. This makes it tremendously easier, where it's much easier to basically see everything. But if you don't have a stock, it's still really easy to hold the controllers. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you can absolutely shoot through iron sights. Curse Lucier pre-ordered the Rift S. My PCVR crowd. I love my PCVR crowd because I'm an OG PCVR crowd who talks about it way too much. can you use the old touch controllers in the Quest? I don't believe so. I think you do need to use the Quest controllers. Gabriel Middleton, we got another pre-order. I'm so happy to see so many of you guys getting into VR because one day I just want to do a stream when you guys all get your Quests. And I'm going to shut up. I just want to hear you guys' stories because that'd be awesome. Just to hang out with you guys and hear your VR stories. Looks like the shortcomings may have serious implications for future VR design. Many of today's best VR titles should be able to cope just fine, but it's hard to imagine the 360-degree gameplay of something like Lone Echo handling as well. If Quest takes off as many hope it does, we will see VR games made with these limitations in mind. And I think that's a good point because a lot of people ask me if Pavlov, Space Junkies, all those games are going to be coming at one point to the Quest. If you watch any of my videos or streams, I've always said probably not because of that reason. If it can't track you 360 degrees with quick turning, physically turning, you're going to have a problem winning in competitive play. It's just not going to be easy. Nolan Gray, I'm ripping my bank account buying a Quest and Index. We're not going, you're going Quest and Index? You and I are the same, and we're both going to be broke, so we should just be roommates together because we'll have no money for rent. Once my dad gets home, Exploding, you gave me some good information yesterday. Are you the one who provided the picture? I think you provided one of the pictures yesterday, so thank you for doing that. Nuna Luna, part of the fam. Are there any places that test out the Quest yet? Charlie, I don't know which ones, but if you go to the Oculus website, I believe they're going to be soon putting up lists. I know some Best Buys will be doing it, but I don't know which ones. Logan is being released on May 21st. May 21st. I do want to read this too. I want to hear about the Guardian Angel. This is the system that you're going to use to map out your room. That way you don't pass limits and hit walls, things like that. With this change in tracking comes a new means of staying safe in VR. Quest uses the same virtual barrier system named Guardian. As seen on the Rift, get near edges of your play space, blah, blah, blah. I just want to go to the bottom here. It's wonderfully simple. Better yet, if you do step outside those barriers when the pass-through system automatically activates, showing the world around you. Wow. So if you get close to it, it's going to show you more. That way you don't hurt yourself. That is a really, really good feature. Wow. That is really good. I want to go to the conclusion in a second. Let's just go right to the conclusion. Exploding. I knew that was you, Exploding. Thank you, man. Full package is $1,000. I'm actually going to bring that up in a second. We're going to go to the Index right after this and spend just a few minutes on that. Full package is $1,000 though, so yeah. It's going for a different market. It's definitely going for different types of people. If the res on the Quest is higher, why do people say the Rift will look better? So that's actually a really good question Flamingo Plays, because I understand where your brain can be where the resolution is higher. It's because the processing power of the Quest is not... So I got a graphics card in this computer. Very powerful. There's a Snapdragon processor, which is in cell phones, in the Quest. It's not as powerful. So they have to turn down the textures. They have to turn down the graphics to make it work for there, where the PC, although there's less resolution on the Rift S, minimal less resolution, it can just pump out more. So the difference is negligible. Was the HTC Vive at $1,800? I don't remember how much the Vive was. I know the Pro was over $1,000. I think the Vive was in the $500 to $600 range. If there might have been a bundle for about $800. I bought mine much after it came out, so I did not pay that much. Anyone else thinking about getting the Index? I'm kind of curious. Adam Savage's Tested made an awesome video on the pass-through and Guardian system. I need to watch that. That sounds really cool. Thank you for letting me know about that. Res is higher on the Quest, but it uses pencil subpixel array, 2 subpixels per pixel with LCD on the Rift at 3. So there you go. I'm just gonna refer, if anyone has a technical question, you should at JJ, because he's more intelligent than I am. I'm just a fanboy who enjoys talking about it. Toxic Tyler, if I don't pre-order, will I be able to go into a store on the 21st and get a headset? 50-50. I don't know. I just don't know how much they're going to stock up on them. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but big box retailers don't seem to like putting VR in their stores. I don't know why. They say because it doesn't sell well, and I say it doesn't sell well because you're not showing it. It's, chicken or the egg. So if you don't pre-order it, I don't know what their stock's going to be like, so you're kind of taking a gamble. Angel Life Vlogs. Could we get a live stream on May 23rd so we could share our Quest story? I'm down with that. That sounds awesome. I'm going to stream on the 21st. We're going to do unboxing, or whenever I get it, we're going to do unboxing from straight unboxing, setup to playing all in the same video. So that'll be fun, but absolutely. So I want to go to the conclusion real quick. So it says Oculus Quest is mostly successful in its mission to make VR as accessible as possible in 2019. If you're a VR enthusiast that already owns a bleeding edge PC headset, then this is not the device for you. We all know that. But if you sat on the sidelines for the past 3 years longing for a chance to play Beat Saber and Super Hot, this is your best bet. I agree with that. When Quest is at its best, and often is, it delivers an experience so close to PCVR you won't care. That's what's big. If it can get even close to PCVR, it wins. And yet, for all its advances, Quest likely still isn't enough to truly take VR mainstream. Its limited mobile hardware and occasional tracking glitches hold the system back, as does the usual array of VR caveats like display, resolution. Could it expand the audience beyond the niche group? Sure. What is it? VR's iPhone moment? No, it's probably not. I agree with that it's not the iPhone moment, but I think it's a big deal. I think it's closer to VR mainstream, but I agree it's not the iPhone moment. Do you have to be on Wi-Fi to use the Quest, or can you use it when you aren't connected? You can use it when you are not connected. You do not have to have an active connection. Underwater Mew, when I get the Quest, should I wait for your video to open it? Absolutely not. If you get your Quest, open it. Have fun. You deserve it. You've been waiting forever to play VR. Get that puppy opened. Do not wait for me. We can talk later. Go and play. Go and play. Jake, man, I have a bleeding edge PC, but my family travels a lot, so Quest for me. Gorn should be coming on Quest. I don't know why it wouldn't. But we got to talk a little bit about this Valve Index too. Has anyone paid any attention to the Index? I feel like we probably have a much more larger Oculus Quest fan base, but I'm curious. Is anyone familiar with the Index in here? JJ Mark, are they expecting anything but mobile hardware to run the product that goes mainstream? I don't know. I think expectations and reality, there's always a teeter-totter. You go waves of where the expectations of a product are where they should be, where reality, is up here. Reality's here, expectations here. People understand this is the first of its line, first of its product. But then the hype comes in, and expectations start going above reality. And that's where a lot of people are at. But for some reason, I feel like now that they've announced pre-orders only, and we're going to get 3 weeks of dying down, I feel like this hype might bring down expectations. Not in a bad way, just the hype's gone, and now we might meet reality where when people get it, they're ready to experience it. That's my stupid, illogical reasoning, but I think expectations and reality have been going like this, and I think this pre-order lull, 3 weeks, I think is going to bring it closer, and I think it's a good thing. That was a big ramble. That was a huge ramble. Why do you guys even watch me? Pursoon Singh, it's so overpriced that Valve might lose sales. It very well could. It very well is way too expensive. But it's going for a different market. It's no different than a Honda Civic and a Ferrari. There are plenty of people that are never going to get a Ferrari. But it being so expensive is almost like an incentive for some people to buy it. I don't know if that's good for VR. I don't particularly like that it's so priced for the select few. I'm not a big fan of that. But it has got some specs. And I want to stay with the chat, but I do want to go over these specs as well. Jakey, man, it does look like Elite Motion, and that's actually something about that on the bottom of this page we'll get to. OMC Games, the hardware won't be the thing that drives higher VR adoption. It's going to be the games. VR needs that game that gets people everywhere to jump in. I agree. And I'm not even going to say the word game. I don't know if it needs a game. It needs an experience. A VR experience, because that could be other than just a pure game. But if you can give a VR experience, that will drive it. But most likely that's game. That's semantics. You're probably right, and I read too much into that. Can you delete remembered rooms for travel and whatnot? What game are you talking about? 64 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes, Pug Jesus. I bought the 128 version with the case, but I'm very afraid of it making a mistake. What do you think? I think if you're worried you made a mistake because of money, 64 will be fine. A lot of these games are maxing out at about 2 gigs. I think you'll be fine at 64. So if the money matters, please save your money. Don't go broke over VR. Enjoy your life, but 64 will probably work fine. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more, guys, for the stream. Did you guys hear that pour? You should make a meetup in VR. All right, here's the thing with the meetup. We're 100% doing meetups, but we have to find a game that can host a lot of us, because right now they're all limited, so we might have to do 1 billion meetups. because I don't know if everyone's going to be able to make the same room. All right, let's go down this. So here is the index, for anyone who doesn't know, this is the high-end PC VR market. I know I'm not going to say a lot of this because I know a lot of you are not going to be getting this, but I do want you to see a couple things on what they're doing. And this is one of the biggest ones. They're going to be optimizing the FOV, which is field of view. That's basically how far you can see when you have the headset on. It is saying it's going to be 20 degrees more than the Vive, which is quite a bit, but it depends because you can have 20 degrees this way, you have 20 degrees that way, or it can be diagonal, diagonal being the least noticeable. So it might just be good marketing on how they're saying it. I don't know. Shots of water, baby. Shots of water. I think AltSpace is probably going to be the best for the mass amount of people, but AltSpace is not confirmed on the Quest yet, which sucks because a lot of you guys are getting the Quest. But of course, for my fellow PCVR users, VRChat, Rec Room, AltSpace, we can get all of us in there. And once you guys get the Quest, we'll find a Quest game that can host the amount of people. I would like to do a big screen as well. I'll host it on my PC and let's watch something in big screen. That'd be cool. Braun Red. Drawn Red. No, I say Braun Red. Drawn Red, baby. Woo! Oh, Doug, is it horizontal? I need to watch that review that Voodoo did. I'm glad to know that now. Horizontal's good. That horizontal's good if it's 20 degrees. Daniel is our hero. Daniel is our hero. Charge time is 2 hours. That ain't bad. 2 hours ain't bad. Cow Nation, how did Virtual Reality Oasis get the Quest early when he didn't go to F8? You know why he got it because he didn't go to F8? Because Mike at Virtual Reality Oasis does a great job. He does a great job. If you watched his stream today, he had a boatload of people in that stream. Mike, though, he does, from a technical standpoint, Mike is the guy to go to. Like, he knows all the technical specs. He's sharp. He's on it. He's not on my channel, so I'm not trying to drive people away, but Mike knows what he's talking about. So that's why you got a Quest, because Mike is just a good VR YouTuber. He really is. Underwater Mew, how did I find out about VR? I am a huge anime nerd, borderline weeb, and I like kind of VR fantasy MMO type animes as well. I like what's the word I'm looking for? Escapism. I always like finding that thing that I can escape from, not because anything's particularly bad. Escapism is fun. It's fun to get away from real life. So VR, when I heard it was out there and it was the quality of this guy, I had to get into it. I had to, and I fell in love. What is this? We should do a screen share. If we use a screen share app, we can all video and share our unboxings live. That would be insane. That'd be a lot of work, though, too. Wait, 17.4 thousand people watched Mike's stream today? Dude, Mike, you are killing it, bro. Holy crap. I like Mike. Sword Art Online, you goddamn right. God. Gun Gale was cool, too, though. Gun Gale, I like Gun Gale. They want him to review it so people know what they're buying. And Mike does a good job reviewing. Mike deserves a Quest. He deserves to review it. I think we're all better off hearing what Mike has to say. I'm better off for sure. Is there going to be a big screen door effect on the Rift S? It should be the exact same as the Rift Now or better. It shouldn't be worse. Daniel Main. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the subscription, buddy. I appreciate it. Why the hype with VR Chat from Pac-Man? Fantastic. So VR Chat was like the first of its kind. It really was the first big social VR app. And the fact that you could do it with PC-based players too helped keep the player count up, because if it's just VR people, in the past it's been very hard to keep those games populated. So the fact that there was a huge amount of players in there was awesome. You could be anybody you wanted. It was really the first of its kind, and still kind of is. There's really no other massive social platform like VRChat that you can be anybody you want like that and design worlds any way you want. It's special. It really is. Whether for all the good it has and all the bad that it can bring, it's something special, and that's why a lot of people really like it. This is one thing that the Index has. I wish the Quest would have something like this. I really like, I can see I have the deluxe audio straps. I really like having these in front of my ears. I mean, it just feels good. I really like these. I'll see what happens with the headphones with the Quest, but I really like these a lot. Yeah, Jakey, man, VR Chat can have a dirty community at times, but it also has a great community at times. It just depends. I have found a lot of good people and then had a very good time. Hope I'm alive when they make a Gun Gale Online. Yeah, me too. Me too. That would be insane. You got the halo right here. This helps you adjust it. So what the halo does, kind of have this. By turning this one way or the other, I can make it tighter or looser. So that makes it pretty easy. So here's the thing. The person who brought the Elite Motion up. So it looks like the front expansion slot. It says lovingly referred to as the frunk. The front compartment includes a USB 3 Type A port specifically made for tinkerers and makers. Specs and details will be provided soon, so very well could be Elite Motion, could be something in front of this. So that's there for modding and for putting things on there. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very excited about No Man's Sky. I already pre-ordered Anime Waffle, already pre-ordered the 120 gigabyte version. All right, so it is 8:50 here, guys. I like to keep these streams to about an hour because I personally feel like I talk too much and probably bore you guys. So I like to keep them a little short. But let's use the last 10 minutes or so. Let me know what kind of questions you have. Let's go over how did you. I'm more interested. If you got questions, please tell me them. But I'm honestly more interested in how today went for you guys on the hype train. Was F8 what you thought it was going to be? Were you swept up in the hype of Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff? How did it make you feel being part of a VR movement like this? Because that's what it is. It's a VR movement. It might not be mass adoption movement, but it's big. It's an emerging piece of technology that people are able to try for the first time and be part of something in the beginning. That's fun, and I'd like to hear how you guys had a good time with it. Do you think VR chat will be good and as fun on the Oculus Quest? 50-50. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm curious to see how the rooms of 10 people work out. I like the bigger rooms of 40 in PCVR, but we'll see. I think it'll be fun. I really do. Honestly, if anyone knows Provi, he's another Twitch and VR, Twitch and YouTuber who does VR. Just him and I with somebody we just met on VR. We're in a world and having a blast, just the three of us, and it was amazing. So you can have fun in VR chat with just a couple people. You do conventions. Us Carolinians must. I didn't know you were in I forgot you're in Carolina. North Carolina represent. I have never done a convention. Maybe one day. But East Coast love, because I see not that many East Coast VR people too often, so I'm happy to see more. Doug Aurelio, I mentally punched Zuckerberg in the face as soon as he said pre-orders were available. We all knew it was coming in a way. Tell me if I mispronounced this. I'm sorry. Anunuk, is that how you pronounce it? I really appreciate all the comments you always bring. You are super, super passionate about VR, and I appreciate that. And you're working 14 hours today is no joke. Chris, so what headsets are you getting, Eric? All of them? I would like to have a shrine of all the headsets. I've got a DK2 that someone just gave to me. Wild Wings, thank you very much if you're in here. Gave me a DK2. I've got my Vive. I'd like to get all the headsets and make a shrine, but for future headsets, I will definitely be getting the Quest. That's already pre-ordered. And as much as I should not be making this decision, I will most likely be buying the Index as well. I understand it's pricey. I understand it might not be. I need to watch the video of Voodoo before I make that decision, but I would like to be educated on it. I'd like to have it so I can talk about it. I'd like to be involved in it, and I just want to get involved in VR as much as possible. And that means getting the Index. I'm probably going to get the Index. Jordan, I want to read Jordan's comic. Dude, I was upset. Not going to lie. I was swept up in all areas of hype, and I was very disappointed, not going to lie, but that's okay. I have my press pre-ordered, and no use crying spilled milk. Jordan, I don't think you're alone, man. I think, a lot of people won't say it, but I think you represent 99% of people. That we all were upset that it was pre-ordered. We're all upset that some people have it and we don't, but at the end of the day, we're happy that VR is moving forward, that we have the opportunity to play VR and try it now in an affordable, Quest. So, no use crying over spilled milk. I agree with you. And but I do feel you. I felt the same way. I still feel a little sad. I was so full of emotions, and then to hear the word pre-order. I mean, I even drove to. If you guys saw my Twitter or me on Reddit today, I drove to Best Buy at 10 a.m. when it opened to see if I could get any info for anybody. Pursuing, should I pre-order from Oculus site or wait for Best Buy? Whatever you feel comfortable with. I still say Best Buy has the best chance of getting the unit on release day, the 21st. They have a history of that. That's where I pre-ordered from. I think Best Buy is probably the best bet for the same day. Zucker is a clone. Zuck is a robot. A ribbit. Ribbit. I mean, how much is the Index? Jakey, man, if you want to see how ridiculous, this is how pricey the Index is. You ready, guys? You ready? If you didn't know about the index, here's the pricing. Don't hurt yourself. Don't blink too hard. You might miss. So the entire kit, including trackers, Valve Knuckles controllers, and the headset, is $1,000. Getting just the headset and the controllers is $749. And if you can't afford them all at once, you can piecemeal them out because you can use Vive base stations and your Vive controllers as well. So you could, for me, I just need the headset technically. I could do everything else without the headset. But you can see here, you don't get much of a deal by buying them all. Wait, do you even get a deal? Hold on. Wait, isn't that more expensive? I'll look into this later. But yeah, it's very expensive. You're looking at $1,000 to get everything. It's nuts. Have you played any mystery/puzzle games, open world, looking forward to? Yeah, no Stoics I'm looking forward to. Mystery or puzzle games. I'm not a big puzzle guy. I played Floor Plan. That was fun. Not mystery, though. Just a straight puzzle game. But no, I'm not a big puzzle guy. I'm very frustrating. I get very frustrated with those games. I'm very stupid. I'm a bloodthirsty barbarian who likes to kill things and shoot things. So puzzle games and me don't get along too well. Toxic Tyler, since you already have the base stations, are you going to just get the headset and controllers? I need to look more into the base stations because they say they're 2.0. I want to see what the real difference is. If there's really no difference, then yeah, I'll probably just get the controllers and the headset, but I need to look into it more. I want to look up some reviews on the Valve Knuckles too to see if they're worth it because, I mean, my Vive controller, granted, it's hit a wall a few times, so you can hear that. I like them. I know people give them hate. I know people don't like having a trackpad. Some people like the joystick. I've never had problems with them. I've never had problems with this controller. I really like it. I want to make fan art for you. What should I draw and where should I send it? I'm gonna be very careful on what I say. You can draw. You can whatever you want. Twitter is where I am mostly at. Twitter. I think it's. I don't even know what my handle is. What is my handle? Eric President VR on Twitter. I'm on there 24/7. Join the Discord. I will throw the link for the Discord up again. Let me get that. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, honestly, if you want to send me anything, if you guys ever have questions, want to talk, Twitter is usually where I'm at. I usually respond to as many DMs as possible whenever I can. But anyone who's ever sent a message to me knows I'm very good at responding. There is the Discord link right there. Dino Dragon, you're getting the index too. It's good to know we have some more index people. Erica Present, do you think the Vive or Rift S compare? What do you think is better for the price? I don't know because I haven't had any experience with the S. I think they compare pretty much point for point. I think the biggest thing for me is I have the base station. So I have the Vive base stations at the two corners of this room. They're very good for tracking. I think they're going to be a little bit better, slightly better than inside-out tracking just because I have full room scale. That's why I like the Vive. But I think they're comparable. I think you can't go wrong with either. And for the price of the Rift S, I think it wins out for the price. I think the price, ultimately, Oculus wins on all fronts because of price. It's a good product. It's cost-effective. I think Rift S wins, even though I am a Vive user. I think Rift wins. Chris Lawson, thank you very much for the subscription. Chris, yeah, the index specs sound amazing, and there is a video I think by Voodoo that I need to watch. Apparently, it is amazing. He went super in depth. I've been recommended it by numerous people I follow on Twitter. Thank you, Provi, for the link. I'm excited to watch that video. I think there's gonna be a lot of good information. I will watch that later tonight, actually. Can you bring up the list with sizes once more? Yeah, I can. Absolutely, just for you, girl. Nope, that's not the right one. I think I lost it, but I can get it back. That's not a problem because I know where it was. So what I'm bringing back up, guys, is I'm bringing back up the sizes of all the games that are confirmed. There it is. So by requests, there you go. Let me see if I can get most of them on there, though. But you can see here, a lot of them are just like 2 gigs max. Lilypad is back. You have to leave for 5 minutes. We're not going to be doing too much longer anyway, Lilypad. I got to get going soon. It's been a terrific day, and I would like to spend a little with my wife. But I'm very excited to be with you guys first, because, God, I love being with you guys. I love this channel. I love this community. honestly, you VR people, it's just like it's there is so much literal tangible excitement that you can feel about this stuff. So for the first time in a long time, I felt part of a movement. I felt part of VR. I don't know if that's silly because it's games and it's VR, but I think it's real. And I'm excited to see you guys in VR with me and talk with you because there's something about VR. This is weird. You guys may have never experienced this. When you play like a shooter on a console, the character's not really looking at you. You're facing the character that you're shooting at. But in VR, when you see someone, their head look at you and a gun point at you, that's not a button command. In real life, they are looking right at you and they're pointing the gun at you. Like, it's real. Like, it's a connection that's a little different than any other gaming. Us first, your wife second. Kevin, I'm going to tell her that. I love that. She might be in here right now. She might be stalking. I don't know. Any chance on a link to this page? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to actually have to pull up YouTube again because I'm not in my live stream. Here is the link for you. There you are. So yeah, that'll get you the link. Upload VR is a great place to get VR information. I also go to Road to VR as well. They're pretty good. Price ranges on the Quest, they're up in the air, but you're all the way from free to, I believe, $39.99 will be the most expensive of any game. Yeah, I'm hoping, Chris, I actually wanted to look into that. Does is there no wireless one yet for them? Because that's pretty big. That will be pretty big if they can get a wireless version. Tell your wife we said hi and we love you more. Hey, everybody said hi and that they love me more. There you go, Gandalf. That was just for you. She is my wife is super supportive of this. She has given me this entire room to myself, so I thank her for allowing me to do all this. What are some of the good features that are coming to the Quest? That's easy. That's easy. Standalone, no wire, 6 degree of freedom VR gaming. Honestly, everything that the Quest can do is a feature in itself. Between watching movies, attending social events, or attending movie events in big screen, to socialization apps like Rec Room and VR Chat, to just pure gaming. It's amazing. And some of the educational purposes, like the games where you can explore the human body, health apps. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. Chris, Chris, I don't think there is one yet either. I do not have kids. No kids for me. I am not ready for that. No kids. No. I can't do that. Lily, my parents said that my sister made it through yesterday without any thoughts, and she might come home tomorrow if she does well tonight. I am super glad to hear that. Everyone, since we're going to be ending soon, everyone wish best wishes to Lily Pat and her family. She is awesome. She is one of the sweetest people on this channel who's always commenting. We thank you, Lily, and we always hope the best for your family, girl. Oh, we're absolutely friending each other, everybody. His kid, yeah, I can't afford kids because I'm just going to spend all my money on the Index and the Quest and all my games. So, Oculus, Valve, if you're hearing this, if you just give me something I can afford a kid, but right now, I can't afford anything other than VR stuff. Koshik Vanilla, thank you very much for the subscription. Chili VR, there are no games coming bundled with the Quest. No games I know of as of right now that are getting bundled. Although if you are on Twitter, Apex Construct has been giving away some keys, so that might be interesting to look at. Thank you, everyone, for wishing Lilypad the best. Thank you. All right, guys, with that being said, I like leaving on a good note. That was a beautiful note to leave on with Lilypad. I do want to make one final comment here. Over the next 3 weeks, there's going to be a lot of just hype. People are going to get more and more excited. I hope you do as well. Do your research. Figure out what games you want. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Links are both on my channel page. Ask me questions if you need anything. This is your channel. I'm just here enjoying your company, more or less. We'll be doing we're going to do no more streams this week probably, maybe Saturday, but more videos will be coming Thursday, Friday. Friday will be a sweet unboxing that I'm ready to show you. But now is the time for VR, guys. Now is the time for VR. I'm excited to be part of this. I hope to see you guys in the game. We'll do plenty of meetups, but I've never been more excited. Today, I'm coming down right now off a wave of emotions. I'm kind of feeling a little tired because it's been an emotional day, not in a bad way. It's just been emotionally driven. We're all excited. So I'm going to get some rest. I greatly thank everyone for coming. This has been amazing. Will there be any reason to get an Oculus Go? Probably not. If you got a Quest, no reason to get a Go. But good night, everybody. I will see you on Thursday with the next video. Later, guys.